Okay, so just a quick update on the situation that we currently have on BTC USD. Now, from a weekly perspective, what do we know? We know that the market has reached this very important level. Now, this structure level here was resistance here, again resistance here, and is currently resistance at this area. Now, unfortunately, there is one problem. We definitely want to see the market from here make the move to the downside, right? Because when a market creates something like this, so a low, then a lower low, then an equal high, you want to see a wave to the downside for the creation of the right shoulder and then continuation to the upside. So from here, you would like to see the move to the downside, creation of this inverted head and shoulders, and then a move to the upside, meaning that you would be looking for potential selling opportunities, at least if you look at the market only from a weekly perspective. Now, there is immediately a problem for this. Why? Because it seems like this is the shape it, of the last weekly close that we will get. Now, obviously, the candle is this weekly candle is closing in 2 days, more or less 1 day and 16 hours. So obviously, it doesn't mean that they will close exactly like this, but if it does close like this, most of the times when you see a candle that closes like this, the next candle will fill in the wick and the market will continue to the upside. I spoke about this concept many times. If you want to go more in detail about it, it's on my YouTube channel. Now, what is the situation from a daily perspective? Now, on daily, there are immediately a couple of things that we can clearly see. First of all, we have clear support here, again support here. This level is again support. So currently, the market is sitting above the support. Now, if we extend this structure area to the left, we can see that it was already acting as pretty strong structure also here because it was clear support here preceding this move. It broke to the downside on the retest, obviously turned resistance. Then the market went down, broke back above. If you remember, we said after the break and retest, we wanted to see the move to the upside. And that is exactly what the market had done. And now the market is currently retesting the area, acting as support. So support, resistance, support, support. Currently, this area is still a strong buying area. Therefore, we can't be looking for any possible shorting opportunity until we will see a clear break below the area. But at the same time, from a weekly perspective, if we will not see the breakdown, this is the shape of the candle. Therefore, we expect the next candle to fill in the wick. So, how we will be approaching BTC USD with students. Now, until the market will remain above this structure, we will absolutely be not, we won't absolutely be looking for any kind of longing or shorting opportunity because both cases are too risky. The market is currently stuck in between this structure resistance and the structure support that we have already outlined. It was resistance here 2 times, fake breakout to the upside, retest, obviously acting again as resistance. The market is currently stuck in between this resistance and this daily support. Now, from a pattern perspective, I want to see the break to the downside. However, if the weekly time frame will close like this, there is definitely a possibility to see the market break higher. But anyway, we are not interested in the longing situation until we will see a clear failure of the market to actually make the wave to the downside. So, at the moment, if the market will close like this from a weekly perspective, yes, we want to see continuation to the upside, but first, we're not interested in the first wave to the upside. We are perfectly fine with missing out with the first wave to the upside because it's too risky, because we would be longing at weekly resistance as we have identified at the beginning of the video. So the way in which we will be approaching this is very simple. If the market will close in that way from a weekly perspective and make the impulse to the upside, then after our retracement, we will be looking for a possible longing opportunity. But we are perfectly fine with missing out on the first move to the upside. But if we will actually see the market break this structure to the downside, then this structure support turn resistance. Again, support. After the break to the downside, it will be turned resistance. Therefore, creating a structure resistance here, the possibility to create this impulse correction and impulse pattern to the downside, we will have a daily time frame that is in perfect alignment with what we have from a weekly perspective, since we want to see the wave to the downside. So everything will be showing a perfect confluence for a nice shorting opportunity and the creation of the wave to the downside from a weekly perspective for the inverted head and shoulders. We will also have the confluence of the Fibonacci taken from the high to the low of the impulse inside of this area, possibly a 50% or 0.618 Fibonacci retracement, a confluence inside of this zone. And with students, we will definitely be monitoring price action inside of this area, waiting for the market to provide to us one of our valid entries. And as soon as the market will provide to us one of our valid entries, we will be taking a nice short with a very good risk to reward and very good probabilities for the move to the downside. But as usual, being reactive and not predictive, first we need to see the market is showing us its hand, and then we can take proper decisions. Now, if you enjoyed this free analysis and education, make sure you drop a like and a comment. It really does support the creation of more free education and analysis for all of you, and I will see you in the next video.